What is going on, everyone? My name is Boit and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology, the Titans action, spawning in the top of the map in the red color, playing as Zeus. He's from the F2 clan. His name is Player. On the other side of the map in the blue color, playing as Set, is from the DoD clan. His name is Joe. This is the final group stages of the tournament that just happened. So the gist of it was that 4 players got through to the end and they all play each other, and whoever comes out with the most points goes on to play the final. So we're going to have Joe playing against Player here, and it's a best of 5, I believe. There's going to also be, it's basically a round robin, so everyone plays everyone. Whoever comes out with the most points wins. The map is Ghost Lake, and that's very, very exciting because it's a, I thought it was a 1 gold mine Ghost Lake, but it's a 2 gold mine Ghost Lake, which means that Set has got a little bit of an easy time here. Though this gold mine is pretty bad, and Player may be able to abuse it just a little bit here. So we'll see if he does come away with that or not. We jump over onto Player's perspective over here. He's going 5 villagers food, 1 villager wood, and put some more villagers over onto this wood here. And he's actually got 6 boar as well. So that does spell a great start for Player. I'm not sure, does he know? He does know that he's got the double boar. So if you see boar over here, that always means that you will come away with some really nice stuff, basically. So we're going to see, I assume we're going to see like the 3 villagers wood, 2 villagers gold. Try and advance fast against Set so that he can't do any early game harass shenanigans onto you, because Set wants to advance fast, shifting sands onto your resources and kill you like that. But if you're Joe, if you're Player, you can counter that fairly easily by advancing about 4 minutes and 20 seconds into the game, getting out Jason, getting out Odysseus, getting out a Centaur, and you should be able to survive that early aggression without taking any casualties. So we'll see if that is what happens, or if Joe gets away with something. Or alternative for Joe is to shifting sands the goat that Player collects. But Player's already jumping ahead of this. He's separating his goat into different positions on the map. As you can see, he's got 3 here and 3 here. Much prefer to see them separated more. So you have 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, just all the way around your base, nice and far away, just around your towers basically, so that he can't grab that many. I think you could separate him enough so that he can only grab 2. We'll see how many goat he does get and what issues do happen there. Joe actually being incredibly ballsy here, grabbing this hunt here, but Player has not scouted it at all. He's going to be moving in straight away, and I assume he's going to be using a bolt onto this priest. He can harass the priest, but the priest has got reinforcements with the hyena, which should be somewhere. Hyena, hyena, hyena. I have no idea where it is. Yeah. Is way far away, so that's actually good for Player. Player can, okay, there's the bolt. The Player could have just harassed this priest for a while, but going for the bolt straight away just to save that hunt a little bit more, keeping 7 caribou instead of the 8. But Joe's already out onto this hunt already here. He's got 3 villagers on gold as well. This is the general standard shenanigans from Joe. He doesn't like getting wood early in the game. He prefers to go heavy onto the gold and grab pickaxe later. He does not value pickaxe at all. And when you think about it, he's not exactly wrong, because if you get pickaxe, it's kind of only worth 1 extra villager on gold for every 10 villagers you have on gold. So that is, well, maybe a little bit different than that, but it gives you a 10% boost increase in your gather rate, right? So if it's a 10% boost, 10 villagers is 100% boost, which means you add in an extra villager, right? Yes, that makes perfect sense. Good, I'm not crazy. So Joe values not grabbing pickaxe in exchange for grabbing an early second town center and getting that extra villager out earlier. So that's his general idea, and then you can grab pickaxe later, and that's totally fine. So we'll see if he's actually goes for that super fast second town center this game, or if he's going to play a little bit differently. Going through Tar at 4:30, and we're going to see Player about to advance to the classical age at 4:45 with Hermes, very, very standard. Fairly perfect advance time. You can see the villager pops out straight on 3:45. Villagers have a 15-second train time, so 3:45 is perfect for him, having no idle town center time at all. And going to be shooting down some more of these balls. Got some idle villagers here, which you don't like seeing there. Not having any villagers on the temple means he does not want to build any centaur in this game, which is interesting. Simply because Centaur are a really strong unit. They're not that strong in Voobly Balance Patch 3.0 because you need 3 of them to kill off a villager, but you can harass like no man, and it forces out priests from set, which is not something you can really afford to do early game because you need to get the town center, and then you need to spend the gold on heroic age, and then you need to like build a migdol. There's a lot of gold you need, and if you're building Centaur, you force the gold out. Which does slow down some stuff and does not necessarily kill the centaur either. It just kind of hinders them. We are seeing the vision going down. If we check out Joe's perspective here, he's checking out the base. Probably going to decide not worth it to shift. Oh, he is going to be going for the shift onto these villages. They're going to jump into that tower straight away. And he's actually managing to pick off one, which is a little bit surprising there. I think it's totally worth it to just delete the storehouse and then get back into this sentry tower as fast as you possibly can. Player will be getting out that centaur, and he's going to be getting out Odysseus straight away. A little bit interesting. Not sure about Odysseus over Jason first. Jason has a faster train time with only 9 seconds there. But this aggression is just gonna get it's gonna get thwarted now when the Odysseus comes out, because you just get the Odysseus to target down the Wadjet first, and then everything else will fall after it. And we do see that Joe is trying to separate the Wadjet so that the Odysseus can't chase away these units. So Joe does do a fair bit of damage there. If we check out Joe's perspective, he's also grabbing the second town center. And is the centaur searching for it? The centaur searching for the food villages. I assume he thought that this town center was the one he was going for, but alas, not going to be happening there. Player is going to be going for his own second town center as well, and the centaur is going to be able to pick off a laborer or 2 here, which is going to be really nice here for player. Town center is just about to get up, and the second town center is on its way now for player. So he's going to be able to catch up here fairly quickly. And if we jump over to Joe's perspective, as Joe's being pushed off of food here, forcing him to come back into his base here and grab this boar potentially or something else, grabbing the second town center. You can see he's only got 8 villagers on food, but they are over here, and that's going to actually be totally fine. Having 8 villagers on food is enough to consistently build villagers from 2 town centers. He's also got 2 villagers on gold now. He needs to start getting that wood income to get pickaxe and get everything else. We'll see if he does remember to do that one or not. Got some idle villagers here as well, which not sure what the dealio was there, but he's just a little bit distracted and all that other good stuff. Armory's now going up for Joe as well. So it's like he kind of knows what's going on. He's chucking up a barracks and not going straight to the next age. He does have to deal with Jason and Odysseus running around, running amok, but barracks is coming up for Joe, which is always a nice thing here for Joe. He loves those barracks units, loves the slingers. We are seeing player move into this food here with the caribou. He's also still got this food, got the 2 town centers. And if we check out what's happening now, got 2 town centers. We got town center. No military buildings up just yet for player. It does not look like. He does need to start throwing down the stables. He's got enough units on food. He does have 15 villages on food. Maybe gathered a little bit too much gold there because he's sitting at 200 gold and not building anything. Maybe it would have been worth it to put more villages elsewhere. We are seeing the heroes of the Zeus player coming in and pushing off Hunt yet again, which is definitely going to hurt Joe. However, Joe's got 20 villages on food already, which is huge, but it is going to slow him down on the old heroic age, which he does want to be going to as the armor is going up. Again, pushing off food yet again. Joe doesn't have any military at this point, so these 2 heroes are doing absolute work, and there's really nothing that Joe can do about that, as he's losing some villages there. Completely brutal, and we're going to have to get out of there with that watchtower doing the pain. There are all of these goat here which you can get, and there are berry bushes as well, but he does want to clean up the rest of those boar. Potentially, if he knew the boar was there, which I don't think he did because they were slightly out of range of the watchtower, he should have gone for those ones first. Seeing some spearmen coming out now for Joe. He's got a lot of villagers on food, still no villagers on wood, so Going to be falling slightly behind on the economy because you can't get those economic upgrades just yet. Going to be chucking down a wall here. Priest is chilling, ready to pick off that centaur, and that's going to be an unfortunate death there for player. Player just going to be a dawdling away at this point with those two heroes. They have different speeds. We have 4.3 and 4.3, so they move at the same speed, so you don't have to separate them. Alrighty, still pumping out them villages. He's got that stable and the archery range. He loves those archery range stable plays. And try and get out of here, but the unit's fighting back as Hippocon comes in to help. But Joe's completely happy now. He's just complete boom mode, and he's going to be able to take all of these berry bushes, and he's got a nom on them really good. Actually, looks like he's going for a third town center. And he loves this stuff. He's like building no military. He's cut military. He's built 5 spearmen to go raid. And he's going to be trying to get this town center. Player just needs to kind of ignore this raid, retreat his villages, and then stop this town center as long as he possibly can. And it does look like he's making a beeline for it. But as the Pharaoh is moving over... Oh, no, he's moving the Pharaoh with Gazelle set, which does slow him down. But the armory coming up yet again for Joe. Going to force these units around the base through all the tower fire. Town center is going to get up. There's no way these units are going to make it over there in time, which is a little bit sad here for player. But that does mean that player could potentially go for this third town center if he so chooses, or for a semi-fast mythic. Try and see what your opponent's doing and then react. Going to try and stop this one, get the Hippocon to attack the Pharaoh, but it does look like the Pharaoh is potentially going to be able to stay alive enough in order to... Ooh, is he going to be able to get that Pharaoh? No. Oh, he could stop the town center maybe? Yes, he's managed to stop the town center. He's got enough units over here. Pharaoh trying to help out here. It's at 2,700. Looks like it's just barely going to be getting up. We do have some spearmen coming in here. Pharaoh does get picked off by the scout there, and it does look like the town center has not been able to go up just yet. However, with the units coming in, the spearmen coming in, that's going to force player out of here, and that's absolutely brutal right there. Well, not brutal, but I guess it's okay. It's okay. Going to see player running away at this point. Alrighty, got the caribou coming out here, almost done. Joe's going to have to get Shadoof soon, right? He's got 7 villages on wood, so now he has to get 150 wood for Shadoof. He needs to get 120 wood for pickaxe, which he doesn't have yet. And then maybe getting hand axe will be a worthwhile investment as well, but he doesn't have any lumber camp up just yet because he doesn't need it. Interesting. We are seeing the Toxotes and the Hippocon moving in, trying to put the pressure on. There is another barracks coming up. These villages are going to be running out of that food fairly soon, and sitting in this location is going to be a nice little spot for player to be. This gold mine, with this wall not being here, is actually going to be pretty difficult to defend against. That being said, though, Egyptians do have a very nice defender's advantage because they have super fast building units here from the 2 barracks, and they're going to be trying to push these guys out as best as they possibly can. Slinger's dying as well, and everything else is kind of going okay for player here. He's got the Odysseus in here with 5 HP. Definitely want to focus that guy down if I'm Joe, but he's not focusing onto that one. We've got some mercenary coming out as well. Joe's at 600 gold. Does he? I mean, surely that's pickaxe right there. Nope. No pickaxe. No pickaxe. Hates the pickaxe. And it's these games where Joe doesn't get pickaxe where he does actually find it difficult. Anyways, we are seeing player trying to push Joe back here. He's got the 2 town centers. He's pumping out those villages, I guess. 89 population to Joe's 77 population. Got another mercenary coming out here, but definitely don't want to be building too many of those too early in the game. But Joe will be hitting max villages fairly soon, and then he just powers on like a madman. But players put on the pressure now, staying on 2 town centers. I'd like to see him get full population on 2 town centers and then go straight to the Mythic Age. Seems to be the right way to play Zeus here, but we'll see what player comes up with, and if Joe can simply defend here, and if his boom is going to be enough. We are seeing the slingers taking down those Toxiters, the Toxiters taking down the Spearmen. However, a couple too many Toxiters fall there for that one Spearman, which is a little bit sad. Got some idle Catastrophic Scout over here. Definitely want to get that guy into your army. When you're playing against these kind of things here with slingers and archer units, you want your scout to be in your army. So you don't want to be attacking with it. You just want to run it around and cause mischief to make sure that your opponent is microing as best as they can, you know? If that's not happening, it's pretty bad. I mean, it's not bad. It's like such an advantage for Zeus and Greek if you've got that unit in your army. But I guess seeing this gold mine is relatively important. But this gold mine's got so much gold left in it. Still got gold in this one. Still got gold in this one. So Joe's not going to need another gold mine. He can start a trade route if he wants. And he's already kind of set it up. Just get the trade route over here. And then you can just wall off this tree here and this cliff here. And your gravy. Alrighty, what is the deal right here? Joe, again, too many villages on gold. He does this quite a bit, I feel. It does allow him to spam Mercenary to defend, but he could have just so many more farms right now. Take these villages off gold here, start building those farms, start getting into that food economy that you need. You don't need 30 villages on food in the classical age. The more simple build or like villager layout is actually reversed with 35 villages of food, 20 villages gold, because your barracks units only cost 20 gold and 24 gold, right? Yeah. But we are seeing player trying to bash down these walls, and he's got to notice there's 3 walls here and a watchtower. So Joe's just like happy here. His boom has been successful. He hasn't been thwarted that hard. Almost full population on those villages, 80 villages that is. And player grabbing plow, getting all that good stuff happening. He stopped building villages from this town center for some reason, but I think that's just a mistake, not an exact choice. And again, going in for this wooden wall. Does hit it a couple of times and then gets out here, trying to pick off some units in the meantime. But Joe going to be retreating out over here, trying to do the best stuff that he can do. But it does look like these slingers are going to be sieging away over here. And I'm not sure if player wants to, I'm not sure what he's trying to do. He's sitting at 145 or 145 population, where Joe's not sitting there. He's sitting at 120 of 145 because his economic layout isn't as good. If he had the right economic layout, he could have full population right now. But I guess he just wants to be building the villages, make sure he gets all 80, as opposed to player who's sitting at max pop and no longer building villages. So it's like Joe just gets little by little further ahead. You are seeing some of those slingers are going to be getting teared down now by the Toxiters, as the Toxiters have they actually have less range than the slingers. So it's actually dangerous getting them to attack the slingers, because if the slingers can micro well enough, you just need to grab a ball and attack a couple. So right there where Joe picks off one slinger there, if you grab this ball and separate it into 2, you could kill off a Toxiter. We could kill off one Toxiter. We could kill off one of them with a ball, and another one and another ball with just a volley. If you can get in there, if they're close enough, if you don't have to run them straight up and do it like that. If you run them up, then you need to like get as many to attack as you possibly can. But otherwise, yeah, we are going to be seeing Joe producing a couple of these mercenary yet again. He's taking some villagers off gold to build another watchtower. Does he have crenellations? He doesn't have crenellations yet. Not sure why he's so keen on this location. Spending that gold is not what you want to be doing there. Joey's going through Nephthys. Player just about to advance. I assume he's going to be... Oop, he's spending some resources on something there. Not sure what that was about, but he almost had the gold. Can definitely just cancel these units now and advance to the next stage. But he's choosing to fight. This is not a fight you want to be taking. Is Joe? You don't have the spearman to deal with the hippocon there. So Slinger's going to be retreating here, trying to get away from this. We are seeing that the watchtowers are trying to pick off these hippocon yet again, but they should. I'm not sure why he's so content with this. It's like Joe's like presented at a point to attack for player, and player's just taking it for no real reason. But at this point, with this many military buildings, you've only got, what's that, 5 military buildings? You need more than that. Because if all your units die, you need to replenish it very fast, and you can't replenish your army that fast with 5 military buildings. You got 600 wood, so may as well build another 6. Another villager just moving into the fray here. Not sure what he's doing, but just going to be chilling with the military, saying, "G'day lads, what's going on? How you doing? Rough day in the office." As Odysseus is getting some rocks pelted at his head. Alrighty. I'm sure players gonna realize he can. It's like with this auto queue business, you can just cancel this and you get the resources back. That's enough gold to advance. 80 times 3 plus 35. We are seeing Apollo coming through. He's gonna be a minute behind Joe, as Joe's already hit that heroic age, and Joe can go simply straight to the mythic age right now if he chooses. He can go through Horus. He can go through Thoth. He can do anything he wants. He still has access to ancestors, so it's basically a ceasefire. We'll see what he does choose here. We do have the Hippocon moving in, trying to pick off these slingers, but as soon as they turn around, he likes to like not fight that. I'm not sure about that because he has so many Hippocon here. Can definitely do that shenanigans, and that's fine. We do see that the market is up, but still no advance from Joe. He's taking his time here. We are going to be seeing Thoth is the god of choice. I do like Horus here because you get access to the buff Spearman, but player can just simply transition into Paspis and Hoplite and Myrmidon in order to counter the barracks army of Joe. And he's probably feeling that, and he does need to make sure that he's getting out some of those elephant at some point. But at this point, I feel like players just content here in running in and out, you know, because he can just go straight. He can just go into the mythic age himself if he can survive. He's got access to a ceasefire, so if he can survive and get to the mythic age, then he can simply just play late game Zeus, and it's lights out for the set player because you can't it's hard, man. It's hard. You can't really do that much. We are seeing Apollo coming through, so he can get that underworld onto the base of Joe here, especially if he goes straight to the mythic age, which he does look like he's doing. He's checking up a market, he's checking up some more stables, getting some stuff. He's got 1,000 food he can trade in order to get to the next stage, which is enough gold at this point. But he's spending that all on something, probably getting up those heavy upgrades. Still no more military buildings, only 6, there's a 7th one, so they're starting to come out now. And market is just about up, but Thoth is incoming, so we'll see what Joe decides to do with his Thoth. 68%, we're seeing markets coming up in the corner here. We do have the walls here already for players, so that's nice and anticipated here. Blocking off this corner here and blocking off this corner, which I do love. We're seeing Migdal strongholds coming up now for Joe as he's trying to secure this gold mine, but player's going to be swatting that one straight away, so he's going to be sending his units over there. And this gate belongs to player, so he's going to be able to move in here and just occupy this space, stop this Migdal stronghold from going up, which is going to be nice. I assume he's going to be able to stop it. The heavy Hippocon has been researched as well. Joe does not have the resources to go to the Titan Age, which could be an option here, Fast Titan. But Thoth has come through. He's got a lot of idle villages right now. We've got this Migdal stronghold is going to be torn down. However, all these slingers are coming in, but it does look like as they're coming in, this is not going to be enough right now. So he's going to be tempting to take it down, but the village is going to repair it, and the slingers are going to be able to do so much damage to these Hippocon as they are retreating. And now if we jump back over to player's perspective, going through Hephaestus. I don't know. Somebody always tells me what it sounds like, but I'm like, nope, that's what I'm going to say. That is what I'm going to say. Hephaestus. Surely that's Hephaestus. No, I don't know. Too stupid. Alright, so Hephaestus coming through, which does mean that these armory upgrades, which are relatively non-existent for player, are going to turn into some real armory upgrades. Just going to be building those next armories here. Get that Forge of Olympus. We just have a Phoenix coming in. Now, Phoenix en masse, right? Very hard for Zeus to deal with because he only has access to Odysseus. So if you can like couple in Phoenix with I don't know, what do you call it? If you couple in Phoenix with Chariot Archers, it becomes really, really difficult. But the Phoenix is going to be running over here, and if he does die, he's going to die here, and then he could rebuild it. I'm not sure what it costs, but 150. Oh, that's ridiculously cheap. I thought it was full cost. It's surely supposed to be a full cost there, and he's going to be rebuilding it as well because that's not right. 150 gold, 10 favor for a Phoenix. In Nilla, it's the full cost, 300 gold, 30 favor, which is fair. So you definitely, in hindsight, definitely have to kill that. Definitely have to kill that Phoenix. He's going to be running that Phoenix in to do some raids, which is going to be painful. Definitely to send the Odysseus over here in order to pick him off. Checking out player's perspective, got that armory just about up. Going to chuck that plenty vault down. Always kill it. Get the Forge of Olympus up. And all the other ones. And we're going to be seeing him try and push in. Needs to build up some barracks now and get ahead of the game. Barracks units do deal with these war elephants perfectly fine. Get out some Myrmidon. Are these Thoth elephants yet? Nah, he doesn't have those resources just yet. Joe's sitting at, again, he's got too many villages on food. If you're going to be building war elephants, and if you're going to be building, sorry, too many villages on gold. If you're going to be building war elephants, they're expensive, man. You need so much more food. But he's actually floating quite a bit of resources here, so he definitely needs to build out a couple more of those military buildings in order to do some stuff. So we'll see if he does chuck another one down, or if he's just holding on to that favor in order to get those upgrades. Does he get, he still has pickaxe. He's getting a Book of Thoth, which is an incredible upgrade. What is it? 10% labor gold wood farm gather rate. Absolutely brutal. Absolutely huge. That's like getting pickaxe, but 3 times. My God. Market going up somewhere here for Joe. He's trying to create a trade route because he's going to need it. We're seeing Valley of the Kings coming through. That's 40 favor. And I'm sure we'll see more after that. But it's like Joe needs to build up another Migdol stronghold. Even if he has Valley of the Kings, it doesn't reduce the train time that much. It's only 67%. So there's still... it's 15 seconds, so you're still only building them at like 6-second rate or something. So it's incredibly fast, right? But it's not like lightning speed or something like that where it's like instant building. You still take some time. So you're going to see when Thoth comes out, we'll see how fast they actually build and if it actually helps him or not. And especially when the barracks start producing some of those Myrmidon, which he is building right now. Does he have he doesn't have any upgrades for medium infantry coming through, and we're having those copper weapons and the armory is getting upgraded relatively slowly. We're seeing player control the corners of the maps, which I absolutely love. The market trade route is set up. It's got the right economic thing there. The economy is spread out correctly, and he's going to be trying to move in at this point. Do all of this damage to all of these units. Do have a fortress coming up, which is going to hurt this gold mine. I think that's in range. It looks like it's in range. It's 20 range. Yeah, surely. So these villages are going to be feeling some pain. If we check out Joe's perspective, does he see it coming up? He does see it coming up as well. So he knows there's a thing coming there. So he could actually use his meteor over there, but I'm not sure if meteor is enough to kill off a fortress, especially if he's got architects, which he does have. So surely it's not enough. And here we go. The Myrmidon are coming through. Colossus also coming through. And players just getting further and further ahead, which is absolutely huge for him. He's going to be able to take out all of this stuff. And he's going to be super happy about it, I reckon. Got to be happy about picking off all of Joe's things. And once this is up, there's going to be siege coming through. Definitely needs to check that idle military player. You don't want to have that. You've got idle military, idle villages. Get on top of those things. Colossus. Get that guy in here. How is Joe's gold situation? He does have a lot of gold, so he can spam the mercenary. We do have Valley of the Kings up now. However, having Valley of the Kings up, probably not going to be enough. He's going to be building out these elephant now. You can see they do build fairly fast, but they will die incredibly quickly once these infantry units start coming in. Still not getting the Colossus over here. Makes me a little bit sad. We're seeing the Siege Shark trying to distract here, but players all over it, completely on top of the action here. War elephants are going to be getting taken out here. Villagers moving through, trying to get out of this location, but it does look like most of these guys are going to fall. The siege tower just about to fall to these heavy myrmidon. And we are going to be seeing... This is going to be difficult for Joe. It's going to be difficult for Joe to hold on here. Seeing some more of these war elephants pumping out, but they're completely unupgraded. And there's not another Migdol stronghold for Joe. Oh, it is here, so he could actually trade some gold for food in order to get heavy war elephants. Does he have... he doesn't even have Tusk of the Iron Boar, which he can afford right now. Just build it from this Migdol stronghold. Tusk of the Iron Boar gives... Not Tusk of the Iron Boar. What's it called? Tusk of Wet? I can't remember. No, Wet is the lumber camp upgrade. When you have to build it now, because I need to know, or can I just click on the elephant? There it is, Tusk of Apedmac. Yes, that one. Does look like Joe's managed to kind of hold on here. There's still no siege coming up, but there are Myrmidon, which are siege weapons. You can see their bonus against buildings is 100%. 14 damage, that's 28 damage, and attack, and hacked armor, not very much. So do they have crush as well? They have a little bit of crush damage as well because of no? Oh, it's just bonus damage against buildings. You do have the Colossus coming in right now. Gonna be tearing through this stuff. We've got the Myrmidon coming in over this side, picking off these wooden walls, trying to push through. We've got some more fortresses pumping up now, 4-player. Just controlling the sides of the maps, which are free to control at this point. Got some idle villages here from Joe. Joe, realizing he's probably going to be losing this gold mine. The trade route's fairly healthy. Does have the coinage over here in order to keep pumping out the speedy camels. Or not pumping out, but like moving them. Still idle villages over here, but... It does look like this is going to be difficult. Joe still has access to ancestors, which I was surprised he hasn't used, considering he's like being underpopulated, but with like lots of resources. If you have lots of resources, you wanna be able to spend them. So forcing an ancestors or a ceasefire would be a decent way to get those units out. But I guess he doesn't want player to have that same advantage or something like that. Migdol stronghold coming up yet again for Joe. Not pumping out any units over here. He's got so many units, so many resources in the bank. Colossus moving in as well, and we're seeing these Myrmidons tear down these military buildings as players moving his way through here, doing that swagger all over Joe's base. Joe have the War Elephant getting taken down as well, and the Colossus moving in, going to start swinging that mighty sword, trying to take down this Migdol stronghold. He's going to start whacking at it. There is a Mason's upgraded 4-player, so it does survive a little bit longer, which is nice. Got the laborers getting some pain, trying to do their thing. Migdol stronghold, trying to get taken down here. Feels good. There's no priests in sight. I'm not sure why Joe hasn't built any priests, and he's going to be having to deal with these Colossus here. It's going to be hard. Colossus are such strong units when you don't have any priests out. And where's the Pharaoh? Pharaoh's moving up here, so he's trying to put some pressure onto the trade route here. But I think player's not gathering that much gold, but he's still got 14 villages on gold. Does look like this Colossus is gonna get taken down by the War Elephant, even though we managed to take down the town center. We do have Petropolis coming through. This Migdol stronghold player has noticed it, so he's going to be sending those Myrmidon over here. But this Migdol stronghold definitely going to be getting up, which is huge for Joe because he's got access to Valley of the King, so those units get produced basically instantly. Start building that one up, maybe build up another Migdol stronghold as well. You need to start building the buildings though, the units though, otherwise these Myrmidon come in and just pick off the entire building. We are going to be seeing another Migdol stronghold going up, and again, War Elephants pumping, and again, not upgrading them. I'm a little bit confused at this. I don't understand why you're not upgrading your units. It's like you're trying to play on hard mode. It's like Champion Myrmidon is so much stronger than all of your units right now. The real answer to Myrmidon is Axemen as well, so Joe could start building those Axemen. That's why I kind of was a bit surprised by the Thoth. If you go Axemen, if you go Horus, at least then you can make Axemen and push, because you have access to the upgrade which gives you siege bonus, but there's so many Chariot Archers here right now. The Petropolis is here, so he is going to be able to siege down this location. But another Migdol Stronghold will be coming up right now, and we are seeing walls now pumping up here. And the Ancestors does come down. Is he going to cast a ceasefire to stop the Migdol? But no stopping the Migdol. It does look like there's only one Ancestor in. Oh, that's brutal. There's only one Ancestor that can actually attack here that got spawned in this little gap. Really smart play there by player. Maybe lucky as well, but smart for sure. Getting up these walls here, and these units are going to be able to pick off all of these Ancestors. This town center's going to be falling, and there's no way it's going to be able to get back up. There's not enough units over here. There's no siege workshop either in order to take down the things here. These Petropolis are actually going to be taking a little bit of pain here, but that's going to be too little too late, as the town center is just about to fall there. The town center does go down, and then it does look like the trade route's in a lot of pain right now, but not having this town center, gold income is completely kaput. The trade route is destroyed because trading from here to here is not worth it. For here it's not worth it. Could build a market over here and get somewhat of a trade route, but it's not as good as the one he had to this town center. We are seeing that the town center is going to try and get back up, but as the Petropolis is already here, he is going to be taking that guy down as soon as he starts attacking. Got the Silver Colossus over here already as the Pharaoh's attacking it, and he does decide to tap out. Joe says, GG, well played there. Player, I loved it. I thought player's play here was sublime. Very, very nice. I liked the early aggression with the heroes. I liked his resource allocation. I liked what he did. I liked the fast Mythic Age chase game, getting the town centers a little bit later than the set player while putting the pressure on instead of trying to chase, which is definitely an option. You could try and get your town centers up at the same speed as the set player and see if that's maybe another option there for Zeus. But I liked the way it came through, and even though Joe's economy was fairly large, if we check the post game, go to village count. Actually, that's surprising. Surprisingly even. I mean, here's where he's ahead, right? He's ahead up until about the 11-minute mark. Maybe he lost some villages here or something, but he's ahead, and then he just stops being ahead, and they just climb together. If we check out where the town centers came in, that was about when the third town center for player came later, so that's a little bit interesting. But all in all, like all resources total, you can see that this is where it is. Upgrades, and no upgrades for Joe there. That's what's hurting him. And I do think that he forgot the upgrades. He didn't forget the upgrades, but couldn't afford the upgrades because of all the pressure the player was putting onto him. Which is huge. So if you don't put the pressure onto Joe, he just gets the upgrades, and they just his economy just booms out of control. But if you put the pressure on, it's the way to go. So well played there by player. If you enjoyed this game, please rate, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you like my videos and want to see them as soon as they come out. My name is Boit, and I will see you guys next time.